To many, wedding ceremonies recognize the beginning of a unified existence, but Danny and Anna already have that. Despite Danny's defense of the original mascot of his alma mater and his refusal to watch Game of Thrones despite having read the books, when Danny met our family for the first time, there was little feeling out. He seemed to naturally fit on the farm, picking blueberries, dressed in maize and blue at Michigan Stadium, and whacking moles at Funland at Rehoboth Beach. My own children called him Uncle long before appropriate. When I see photographs of Anna with Danny and his friends in the thin air and brown autumn of the West Virginia mountains, it's like a picture I've seen before, down to the black Labrador named Rova. Some people feel as though they've always been in your life, so much so that when you may ask if they remember a moment you shared, they have to remind you they didn't know you then. Danny never inquired where we were headed, but requested a paddle and began rowing. The first daughter is always special. Anne is the first girl born to a large Midwestern family. An inevitable matriarch, she grew with the toughness required of a sister with older brothers, inspired by the women in her family who embodied feminism before feminism developed a body. She has somehow become a woman who reflects all the best qualities of her family, but somehow expresses them in her own way, like an echo that improves upon the originally spoken words. Anna has always been up for anything, as many in the audience can attest. If you wake up in the middle of the night with a hankering for pupusas, Anna will pull on her boots and go get pupusas with you. As an especially vain and overprotective older brother, I've only ever wanted Anna to be happy, to find someone who makes her happy the way she makes all of us that have known her happy. I want her to secure her own happiness in the same deliberate and selfless attention she spends on making those she loves happy. By marrying Danny today, she again fills the garden of her loved ones with joy. On their first date, Annie and Dana, I'm already combining their names. Anna and Danny visited the botanical gardens where Danny introduced Anna to an unimaginarily named sensitive plant that responded to his touch. Anna was struck by Danny's own sensitivity and thus being struck demonstrated sensitivity of her own. This spot in the botanical gardens is where Danny proposed marriage, which is another example of Danny's sensitive touch. Danny and Anna first bonded over art, shared interests in music and literature. What is cooler than a couple beginning a relationship based on Still Life with Woodpecker? A novel whose central question is, how does one make love stay? And now I'd like to invite Clark to read an excerpt.
When the mystery of the connection goes, love goes. It's that simple. This suggests that it isn't love that is so important to us, but the mystery itself. The love connection may be merely a device to put us in contact with the mystery, and we long for love to last, so that the ecstasy of being near the mystery will last. It is contrary to the nature of the mystery to stand still. Yet it's always there, somewhere, a world on the other side of the mirror, a promise in the next pair of eyes that smile at us. We glimpse at it when we stand still. The romance of love, the romance of solitude, the romance of objecthood, the romance of ancient pyramids and distant stars are means of making contact with the mystery. When it comes to perpetuating it, however, I got no good advice. But I can and will remind you of the two most important facts I know. Everything is part of it, and it's never too late to have a happy childhood.
Keep the mic. When I asked Anna and Danny to describe when they first fell in love, neither said it was love at first sight, but I would suggest that in a world of OkCupid and Match.com profiles, there is no longer that cliched fairy tale definition of love at first sight. It cannot exist when first sight actually occurs after an extensive Google search. What we see at first sight is not an individual, but rather the commodification of identity, purchased materials intended to symbolize uniqueness. Today, first sight occurs when individuals decide to lower their walls of defenses, disengage secretaries of defense, and allow another to actually see us. And it is at this first sight when Danny and Anna knew spending a life together, sharing a life together, was inevitable as Virginia's public schools closing after a half-inch of February snowfall. Today we celebrate Anna and Danny's decision to stay with each other, to connect themselves to each other's families, to plant themselves in the arbor of their shared histories, to honor those present as well as the memories of those not present with a life of happiness, a life of making each other happy. I wish for Anna and Danny what I imagine everyone here wishes for them. Lines of blueberry bushes with limbs loaded down by quarter-sized berries so dark blue they're almost navy. A basement wall of beer trophies and labels peeled from obscure bottles representing each stop of a life full of traveling. An extra room or fold-out couch for friends and family who will insist on visiting with or without invitations. And a garden overgrown with sensitive plants open to your touch and welcoming to your care. Let the state of Virginia validate your marriage, but don't let it define you. It's never too late to share a happy childhood. At this point, Danny and Anna have something to read. We did need the mic.
About a month ago, I was running errands in the car by myself. You were away in California with your bridesmaids for your bachelorette party. I was listening to music, and the Mountain Goats came on, a band which of course made me think of you. It was the song Going to Georgia, a song that I love. I've listened to that song 100 times at least, but this particular time the opening lyrics stood out to me differently. Remember what they are? The first line is, "The most remarkable thing about coming home to you is the feeling of being in motion again." I heard the lyrics, and immediately they resonated. You were across the country, and honestly, without you, I never know what to do. I feel bored, nameless, hollow, at a standstill. And then when you come home, it's like the world begins again. You fill our house with warmth and movement, happiness and love that I so dearly cherish. Anna, I never knew how happy I could be before I met you. Before you, there was no motion.
I don't think that works.
I don't think it's working for this.
Yeah,
Project.
just try to project a little bit.
Danny, when I try to put into words my feelings for you, I am overwhelmed by the words of so many quotes and so many of our favorite song lyrics. And yet, in the end, they all fail me. Even though I know stories of our love could fill libraries, could lead lyricists to win Nobel Prizes in literature, these quotes all fall short in painting my love for you. With all of its colors, with all of its brushstrokes, with all of its smudges and beautiful detail. When I think of my love for you, the love I have for you in the middle of the day, void of any special event and when no one is looking, I can see my love for you in its most honest, vibrant form when I long for you at the end of the day. Sometimes I will count down the moments before I see you. I look at my phone with each passing minute, knowing you'll be waiting for me at the other end of the metro tracks. And if I ever fear I won't make the very next train home to you, I do not hesitate to run. My love for you weaves down crowded DC sidewalks and through pigeon-filled parks. My love for you flies down metro escalators and jumps through closing metro doors to audible gasps. And as I catch my breath, I am filled with excitement that I get to be with you soon. And today, of all days, I feel so lucky that this kind of love found us.
Now we'll do rings. I'll just toss them right on there. You want to do yours first? Sure. Repeat after me. I, Daniel Jonathan Grayson,
I, Daniel Jonathan Grayson,
take you, Anna Asina Johnson,
take you, Anna Asinas Johnson,
to be my companion in life
to be my companion in life
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I will treasure our friendship and love you today,
I will treasure our friendship and love you today,
tomorrow, and forever.
tomorrow, and forever.
I will always adore, honor, and encourage you.
I will always adore, honor, and encourage you.
I will always be honest with you, kind, patient, and forgiving.
I will always be honest with you, kind, patient, and forgiving.
I will respect you as an individual, a partner, and an equal.
I will respect you as an individual, a partner, and an equal.
I will laugh and cry with you.
I will laugh and cry with you.
With unfailing love, I will stand by you.
With unfailing love, I will stand by you
Through the best and worst, through the difficult and the easy.
through the best and worst, through the difficult and the easy.
Okay, that's okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Don't make yourself sweat too much.
I, Anna Asina Johnson,
I, Anna Asina Johnson,
take you, Daniel Jonathan Grayson,
take you, Daniel Jonathan Grayson,
to be my companion in life and one true love.
to be my companion in life and one true love.
I will treasure our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever.
I will treasure our friendship and treasure you today, tomorrow, and forever.
Perfect. I will always adore, honor, and encourage you.
I will always adore, honor, and
Encourage you.
encourage you. Can you break them up smaller?
I will always be honest
I will always be honest
with you,
with you,
kind,
kind,
patient, and forgiving.
patient, and forgiving.
I will respect you as an individual,
I will respect you as an
a
individual,
partner,
a partner,
and an equal.
and an equal.
I will laugh and cry with you.
I will laugh and cry with you.
With unfailing love, I will stand by you.
With unfailing love, I will stand by you.
Through the best and worst,
Through the best and worst,
through the difficult and easy.
through the difficult and easy.
Now, Danny, do you take Anna to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Anna, do you take Danny to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
By the limited power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss each other, but remember it's very hot. So you must